Going to talk about Isaiah Sykes' effort. I guess he's the third player in UCF history to record a triple-double. Just kind of talk about that.
Yeah, well, I'm happy, first of all, for our team. I mean, to come back in 2 days and 48 hours ago, we were sitting here and feeling a little sorry for ourselves because we played a very good Miami team to come in and just, really outplayed us. And, 48 hours later, our team come back and responded in a positive way and made strides. So that shows some maturity when we talk about the process of our team growing up, is that how you can come back from an emotional game like that and play a team like Stetson who's very good and very scrappy, and you got to make sure your guys are playing at their level when you do that. But Isaiah Sykes obviously is he does the things that we talk about that's a complete player. I mean, tonight's a great example. He had 11 rebounds and obviously had a triple-double tonight, third one in the history of the school. But I'm just really proud of not only him, but just how our team shared the ball tonight. We had 19 assists tonight. We shot 57% from the field, 42 from the three. I thought we just, really took good shots, which was the difference in the game.
How important was that comeback, that bounce back from Tuesday's game?
Absolutely. Well, it shows a lot of maturity. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, anytime you're dealing with a little adversity, it's about how you come back. And then yesterday, we never walked out on the practice court. We had a 2-hour meeting in there of talking about how to be a teammate, how to deal with losing, how to handle success, how to share the ball, how you win, why you lose. And we talked about the mental part of the game. We showed some film from the Miami game of the things we didn't do well and the things we did do well. And then we went out and did some community service. We gave it to somebody else last night, and I seen our team come together in the process of doing that, and I thought that was huge. And I was very proud of how they handled adversity, and they came in here and played a team game tonight, which was very impressive.
With such a young team, do you focus more on the mental side of basketball as maybe normally you would maybe with a more experienced team?
Absolutely. I think you're teaching every day, and just as a parent, you got little kids, and you're trying to create habits, and you're trying to teach guys to share, trying to teach guys to care, you're trying to teach guys to cheer for Isaiah Sykes tonight, and not worried about how many shots they got or how many minutes they got. That is a process, and what great teams are made of is when guys understand that you get the recognition when your team wins. That's what you're remembered for. It's not your individual stats to be a great team.
Coach, your team opened up the game shooting 5 for 5 from three-point range to jump out to a big lead midway through the first half. Was that something you guys talked about after the Miami game, shooting more threes, or was that just something that happened?
Yeah, we never talk about shooting threes. It's a process. If that's the shot we get, we take it. And if anything, I would say throw the ball in before you take a three, especially to establish Keith being our focal point of our offense tonight. But we played defense tonight. We picked up 94 feet, and I thought we set the tone defensively. The only way you ever change momentum in a game is with defense, and we didn't trap in it. We just picked up and tried to change momentum, and I thought we did a good job. We were able to go to our bench and play some of our guys tonight. Thought our bench did a good job. We got 23 bench points tonight, but those guys also come in and gave us good minutes at some other stuff.
You talk about Bobby coming in there late in the game and draining that three. I know talking to the guys, you were really excited to see that.
Yeah, you're always happy for those guys. They're such a big part of our team. And obviously don't get to play the minutes that I'm sure they all would like to play, but they understand their role. Everybody has a role on great teams, and those guys, practice hard every day. They cheer for those guys every day, and they're a part of our team. And to see somebody like Bobby get a chance to score, it's nice to see him rewarded.
What is the future, I guess, of this series with Stetson? We're talking to their coach, and he said, there's no games, I guess, maybe on the schedule for next season, but it's a game that he would be willing to play. Just kind of talk about that.
Yeah, I think that's a game that we should always play. I mean, get great respect for the rivalry. This is, one of the teams I think that we've played for many, many years here that we haven't been in basketball many, many years, but for the years we have been, that's one rivalry I think we can point to. And obviously they're just, less than an hour away. So we'd like to continue to do so, and obviously I got great respect for Casey and the job he's doing there to build his program. He's got a good team here, and he's going to have a lot of these kids back, and he's going to turn Stetson into a winner, and we'd love to have the opportunity to compete against them.
Coach, speaking about rivalry, you guys are going into the holiday break, and then pretty much you have USF coming here. Mm-hmm. You pretty much played them earlier in the season, played very well. However, given that they might bring a lot of the fans, like how Miami brought them, what are you guys anticipating from South Florida?
You know,
come
I like
January
it.
2nd.
I like it. You're already into 2013, man. I'm trying to enjoy this victory right now. You know, you skip from Miami to this game, now you're there. You know, heck, I just hope we can beat Howard. You know, I know that's our next game. I mean, South Florida's, you know, a few weeks away. I know that's a rivalry. It's going to be a great game, you know, when we get there. And, you know, and I'm sure they'll bring fans, and hopefully our fans will be here too. I know we had incredible fan support up there, with our fans following up there, and that's what it's about. That's a rivalry. You know, I think that's good. Hopefully all these games we played, there's a reason we played a tough schedule. You know, we played Florida, we played at South Florida, we played at Old Dominion, we played Miami. You know, this is the toughest schedule in the history of the school, with one of the youngest teams that we've probably ever had in the history of the school. So, and during this time, it's a great opportunity for us to grow, and to play South Florida again will be a great opportunity. They've gotten better, and Stan Heath's a terrific coach, and they got a very good team. That team won 22 games last year with 4 of their top 5 guys back. So we know they'll come back in ready to play, and hopefully we've won 2 games when we get there. We're 9-3.
From a coaching standpoint, I mean, in the second half, the way that you guys were able to keep the lead, you know, as big as it was, how much can you take away from that in terms of, like, you know, just kind of keeping the foot down the way they're supposed to?
Well, I think that's important. And the 3-point line is always the key when you get a big lead and you're playing teams like Stetson who can really shoot the ball. And we were trying to guard the 3, and you know, we gave up 6 in the second half. That's more than I wanted to. We only had 2 in the first half. I thought that was a big stat. And they made 6 in the second half. But you got to guard the 3-point line, and you got to continue on the other end, either get fouled or get a good shot down. And I thought we did that for the most part. We had a couple times where we tried to do too much and create on our own, but I thought we did a good job maintaining the lead from tip to finish.
Coach, how big of a win was this going into that holiday tournament you guys have?
Every win's big, but especially, you know, we've won 4 or 5, and I think you're always looking to see how your team bounces back. We're still trying to figure out who we are. We're trying to form an identity of who these kids are. We're different than last year. I'm watching last year's film, and you know, and I realized that this team's completely different. I mean, Keith Clanton and Isaiah Sykes are the only starters back from that team last year, and everybody else that's starting now was on the bench coming off. So, and now you got young guys playing. So this is a new team that's still trying to figure out each other and learn to trust each other. And it's a process, but I really like the steps we're taking.
Thanks, Coach.